Heartfelt greetings and welcome to We the People. My name is Hugo Orozco. I'm here collecting and sharing information with you. Also, I'm here to expose the lies being spread by the mainstream media. We are living in a world that is torn by war and hunger. Uh, we are living a time of fabricated and alternative facts. We are living a time when journalists forgot that their mission is to inform, not to disinform. Recently, there has been a plethora of lies claiming that Russia influenced our elections, using this propaganda to go to war with Russia in order to perpetuate the most profitable business in the history of humanity. I am here because Mark Twain is dead, because democracy is dead. The Democratic and Republican parties are nothing but the two faces of the same coin. The Democratic and Republican parties are nothing else but management agencies that compete during electoral times to be able to manage the agenda of the shadow government, the agenda of the deep state apparatus, the neoconservative military think tanks. Now we are at war with Syria. It is an illegal war. It violates our law, it violates our constitution, and it violates international law. In order to understand the roots of the conflict in Syria, we need to go back to history. During the 50s, during the presidency of Eisenhower, the Soviet Union made a proposal to the USA. It was a treaty that stated that they will leave the Middle East alone. They will declare the Middle East a Cold War neutral zone, and they will let the Arab people decide their own destiny. But in the eyes of CIA Director Alan Dulles, he equated Arab nationalism with communism. And instead of signing the treaty, they decided to pump secret military aid to tyrants in Saudi Arabia, Jordan, Iraq, and Lebanon, favoring their puppets with conservative jihadists, which they regarded as a reliable antidote to Soviet communism. At, uh, at a White House meeting between CIA Director of Plans Frank Wisner and Secretary of State John Foster Dulles in September 1957, Eisenhower advised the agency, we should do everything possible to stress the Holy War aspect. Let's not forget that on June 23rd, 2014, former Secretary of State John Kerry said, I will quote, former Secretary of State John Kerry said, the last 8% of chemical weapons has been successfully removed from Syria. I close the quote. The military industrial complex, the establishment of the oligarchy, won the arm wrestling. and they are pushing now their global agenda of domination by force. Going back to history, when the CIA began actively meddling in Syria during 1949, that's a time when Syria had expelled the Nazis, they had expelled the French colonies, and they were trying to build a secular society based on the Western model. But in March 1949, Syria's democratically elected president, Shukri al-Kuwaiti, hesitated to approve the Trans-Arab pipeline. The response of the CIA and the United States was to stage a coup d'etat and to depose the democratically elected president. They handpicked a dictator whose name was Husni al-Saim. Al-Saim was deposed 14 weeks after he was installed by the CIA, and he barely had time to dissolve the parliament and to approve the American pipeline before he was deposed. That's only 14 weeks after he was installed. The attack against Syria now has nothing to do with humanitarian aid. It has everything to do with the dream to build the pipeline from Syria to the Mediterranean Sea. My name is Hugo Orozco. I'm the host of With the People. Until next time.